Thoughts on entering your first NFL training camp, and it's kind of a unique thing in the NFL now to have an actual go-away camp. What's it been like?
Yeah, it's very anxious to get here for sure. But I'm just excited to get to work. It's all a new experience to me, and the rookies that I got to know over this process, and just finally playing football.
There's a lot of talk about the competition at the quarterback position. How do you feel about that heading into camp? How do you process that mentally as well?
I'm just going to put my best foot forward and let the cards fall where they fall.
Has Coach given you an idea yet what type of reps that how the reps are going to be split?
No, I just know that my mentality never changed, and I know that the coaches didn't want that to happen, and I feel like I'm in a good spot right now.
When you say your mentality never changed, can you expound upon that?
Like I said, I'm gonna put my best foot forward. I'm gonna try to compete and get the starting job by any means necessary, and like I said, whatever that takes, I'm gonna do, and like I said, wherever the cards fall, let them fall where they fall.
Matt, there's been a lot of talk from Matt and Scott about this sort of being a development year for you, but it doesn't sound like that's your necessary approach.
No, there is definitely a lot to learn, and I know this is a process, and it's all about the longevity of getting the job, and so I'm in a rush, but I'm not. If that makes sense.
Matt, between minicamp and now, what have your study practices look like? Like, what habits are working, and how are you helping yourself pick up this offense?
It's really just, finding rhythm in a routine, and sticking to it. And I think the biggest thing is just being consistent with it. There's days where you don't want to study and you feel like you have it, and you just can't let that get the best of you, and you can't listen to that little train of thought, and you just got to be able to consistently do that.
How many hours a day do you think you got to put in this book as a rookie?
Oh,
to pick it up?
Shoot, man, I'm not going to bed till 10, waking up at 5:30. So whenever I can find my time, whenever they give us off, that's really it.
Anything would you bring? Like, what's your room look like? Christian said he had a bougie room.
Yeah, I bet. You see where they're staying? No, I wasn't aware of what we were getting supplied with, so I came empty-handed. Had to do a Target trip, but we got it situated.
What did you pick up from Target?
I had to get a blanket and a pillow. It was just like a little sheet in the room with a little blanket, and it was too cold in there, so I had to get another blanket.
Describe the dynamics between Sam and Baker during your last few days of working out with them. I mean, everybody's got egos, quarterbacks especially.
Of course. I mean, we all want to be the guy, and you go to any quarterback room, everybody wants to be the guy, and it's all about competing and making each other better.
You just left college, and now you're back in college just for a little bit, and we're staying here. What does that feel like for you? But you're here with a professional team for your first camp.
It's surreal for sure. I'm ready to get to work and play football again.
Matt, I think it was Federer said that after he made the Mayfield trade, he called you, and maybe it was it Federer? But anyway, he said that he wanted to assure you that you were kind of the long-term answer here. What was that? Was it a reassuring phone call for you?
I understand. For being as long as for being as long in the NFL as I've been in, and not being that long, I kind of understand, the business side of it. I mean, haven't seen it. Obviously I've seen it every single day, but not like people that I know that have been through this whole process. So, at the same time, yeah, but no. You gotta keep. It's all a business mentality for them, and you gotta remember that. And at the same time, you can only control what you can control. And right now, mine is just learning the playbook and putting my best foot forward.
Has anyone given you any advice that you've really clung on to or you've found helpful so far?
Yeah, and it's been the same advice that I keep getting from people who have been there and done that throughout my life, and it's just be you. Every single step in my life, the only person that's getting in the way of what I want is me. So.
After all that study you talked about, what do you feel that you're really anxious to get on the field?
Just get reps. Just get reps. Man, I know, every rep is not going to be taken for granted, and make the most out of every opportunity for sure.
Now, what's the difference in mindset when the last couple of years in college, you were sort of the guy to be in a competitive situation and trying to prove yourself on a day-to-day basis. What's that like in the preparation?
gonna take this back to where I decided to go to college. I took the easy way because I felt like I could play right away, right? And knowing what I know now and trusting my instinct and trusting my work ethic, you know, I would have went to a place that would have made me compete. So, with that being said, you know, who doesn't, like, the best of the best, they want competition, and I think for this room, it's going to be a great competition because, you know, we're all competitors in that room, and we're all going to make. We all understand, you know, what the job is to get done, and we're going to do it.
Thanks, Matt. What card did you drive down?
Matt,
What was
some
that?
rookie quarterbacks that come in don't have the luxury of having veterans presence around them. You have two guys that have starting experience. So, what does that mean for you in that first year to be able to soak in as much knowledge as you can? From
You know, yeah, just like you said, just taking in as much information as I can. You know, if I feel like it's not going to work for me, I'm not going to do it. But, you know, I'm gonna stick to being me and sticking to what can work for me. And yeah, I'm definitely going to take some stuff from Sam and Baker for sure.
All right, guys. Thank you.
Appreciate you.